Hello there and welcome to another week of the Weekly Psychic Review. So yeah, thanks for joining me. I hope last week has been good and you have had a good week. So we're doing this from the 17th, February the 17th, the Monday, to Sunday the 23rd of February. Okay, so just to let everybody know, I'm on retreat in Sri Lanka for the next 4 weeks. So the videos are all going to be posted at the same time. So if you just want to pop on and just watch them week to week. Okay. So yeah, so just to let you know how I work. So I work with my guides and all of those in spirit who love me. And what I do is I ask them to come close and give everyone out there what they need for the upcoming week, all the healing that they require, and anything else along the way. Okay, and they just said to have a bit of fun as well. Have a bit of fun with this. So, okay, beautiful. Just give me a minute. I just need to seal off, tune in, call my guides in, and we'll get straight into the reading. It's funny how they said about fun, because it's that thing that, you know, it's such a simple and easy sort of emotion thing that you can do, but a lot of the time, you know, as soon as stuff happens in people's lives, or there's a task to do, or there's a goal to accomplish, or anything like this, you know, it's one of the first things that goes out the window, you know, a lot of the time, not all the time, but a lot of the time. And it's that thing about, you know, fun is paramount, you know, fun, joy, and happiness, you know, this is really paramount in really everything that you do. And when you're enjoying yourself, when you're having fun, things seem to run a lot easier, a lot smoother. And all of a sudden, before you know it, you know, if you've got a bit of a monumental task in front of you, it's like, if you're having fun doing this, it just sort of flows. And before you know it, boom, it's sorted, you know. So it's that thing they're saying, for this next week ahead, just remember about, you know, how can you inject a little bit more fun into this? How can you bring in that sort of light, sort of joyous element? And it's that that they're showing me, you know, it's like kids when you go, you got to clean up your room, or you've got to do something, you know, they don't want to do. You know, when they mope around and they do it, you know, begrudgingly, it makes the task so much harder. But if you go in there and you have enjoy it, and you're like, hey, we can make a game out of this, you know, it makes things so much easier. So just to keep that in mind. Okay, beautiful. So just let me find out what we've got for the start of the week. Okay, start of the week. All right, so this is, they're saying that we're continuing the theme about fun and about joy. And it's really about connecting to that passion inside of you. It's about connecting to that thing in which really uplifts you, really makes you feel good. And the thing is too that, you know, there's been so much change around this year and the start of the year and coming into it that, you know, quite a few of you, the things that you do have fun with, the things that you do find you're passionate about and you really enjoy, you know, being around and doing, they're changed quite a lot. You know, the things that you used to connect with and vibe with really well, you know, you might not do that anymore. And, you know, this in itself is actually can be quite fun, because it's like, well, you know, where can I go from now? What can I do? What new things can I bring into my life? How can I experiment with this? And how can I make, you know, this sort of journey and this sort of search? And they're saying it's almost like a treasure hunt about, you know, what I can do, what other things are going to really uplift me and be really good and be really fun. And it's that thing too about have a bit of a search around, you know, and they're laughing, they're like, check out Groupon. See what's on Groupon. There might be something that will pop up. You go, oh wow, this is actually quite cool. Or check out those the site meetup.com. See what other events or things are going on. There might be things in which you kind of never really thought would take your fancy, but they actually do. And talk to your friends. What other things are around you. And they're saying that quite a lot of people get a little bit boxed in, from around their area or different activities that they do, or whatever it is. They just kind of go through the motions and they just kind of do things that they've always done. But it's that thing, if you're not allowing yourself to experiment and to enlarge what you're doing and have a little bit of fun and enjoy yourself, well, it's that thing that, any activity after a while, it starts to get a bit boring. It starts to, unless you change it, you can make different changes to it and that sort of thing. It's about that ever expanding sort of way of working and going with it. So, okay, for the middle of the week, what's on the middle of the week? So the middle of the week is, so they're saying, how can you make it different? So, I'm not saying everybody out there, but there's quite a few people out there that are working. And when you're working, quite a few jobs, not all jobs, but quite a few jobs, you can get in that groove. It's the same thing. And it's that thing where, you go there, you go through the motions, you get to the end of the week and you go, yeah, cool, or at least I got the weekend now to have fun, to enjoy myself, to turn off, and to, enjoy the money I've made. But you've got, like a whole 5 or sometimes 6 days in which, like, if you're not really able to, bring that sort of element of fun and laughter and, sort of making things even a slightly little bit different, it makes it a pretty dull week. And it makes it something which, you kind of begrudgingly doing this, or you kind of like, yeah, you're just turning off emotionally. Thing is, when you turn off, or when you kind of shut down to a point, emotionally, mentally, whatever it is, for particular things in your life. So it might be work, it might be something else that you're doing. What this does is it actually filters out through other aspects of your life. And, if you shut down in one area, when you actually want to turn on, when just say if you shut down at work, when you get out of work, you want to turn on again, it makes it very difficult to turn that back on. And even when you do turn it on, it might be a little bit that doesn't get turned on. And over time, that little bit grows bigger and bigger and bigger. So it's that thing about injecting some more fun, injecting some more joy. And it could be as simple as, thinking a little bit different, looking around you, having a different awareness. It could be dressing a little bit different. It could be, sort of bringing a little bit more creativity into your day, reading books. Hey, there's so many different ways you can do this, but it's about sort of bringing a little bit more excitement, a little bit more fun into your week. Okay, so towards the end of the week, what's going on for the end of the week? Okay, so the end of the week, alright, so this is more about, the higher sort of energies. So, the higher energies, you could be talking about spirit, you could be talking about, connecting with nature, it could be, about love and sharing love. And they're saying, okay, love's a really good one to do this on. So, because when you're doing things in love, you're going to bring all those elements in, joy, happiness, compassion, friendship, it's going to flow well, mindfulness, all these sorts of things. And it's like, so how can you express love throughout your day, through these last, through the end of the week? They're saying right through your week as well, but it's that thing about how can you express this in more ways. So it could be that you start appreciating things that you do yourself a little bit more. And as you start appreciating doing things for yourself, the things that you actually do, having gratitude, you're going to start doing this with others. It could be vice versa. When you start, just being a little bit softer or a little bit more friendly or a little bit sort of, sort of giving or nurturing to those around you, you're going to do this for yourself as well. But, there's so many different ways you can express love, and it's really up to you. They're saying it's limitless how you want to do this and how it's going to, you know, you never know what this is going to do. It could be that you're walking down the street and you smile at somebody for no reason. And when you smile at them, you know, do this if you really want to. You know, have a bit of fun with this. Enjoy yourself. They're saying, you know, fun, it's been a bit of a theme of this week. So that's that thing. It doesn't just need to be this week. You know, how can you interject a bit more fun into other areas of your life? And they're saying it's contagious. You know, love, fun, you know, happiness, joy, all these sort of things. It's contagious. Just like, you know, anger, hostility, you know, aggression, anxiety, all these sorts of things. You feel it around you, you know. So what are you going to choose? It's up to you. Okay, so that's it for this week. So yeah, I really hope this has helped you for the week ahead. Yeah, I was going to say I love your comments, I love you sharing me round, that sort of thing. Yeah, so if you want to get in contact with me for an appointment when I get back from retreat, you know, just give me an email, leave me a message, this sort of thing. I'm already taking bookings for when I get back in late March I get back. So I'm already starting to take bookings for then. So if you'd like to make a booking for me for late March, early April, give me a yell. And yeah, really looking forward to continue the journey with you next week. Okay, beautiful. Have a beautiful week. See you then. Namaste.